Chosen vessels, what's the deal? It's your main man Drutube, and I am back at you again with another video. Let's get right into it. The reason why you're here is staring you right in the face. Instead of thinking about it, take initiative and just do it. Deep down inside, every day, your mind knows why it's here. Your spirit knows why it's here. It communicates with your mind. Your spirit communicates back to your mind. Your mind communicates back to your spirit. You know why you're here. You know what you were put here to do. And majority of the time it's staring you right in the face. You have to make something happen today. Make something happen for yourself right now. Choose to do something today. Choose to not let this day pass you by without doing what it is you know you're here to do. You weren't put here for anything else. They have to put distractions out there. And not only do they have to put distractions out there, but there are just things out here that you may enjoy doing that are keeping you away and distracted from what it is you're supposed to be doing. Deep down inside, you know every day when you get up out of bed, you know what you're supposed to be doing. Going to work, that's wonderful, that's amazing. Paying your bills, taking care of car note, gas, food, filled refrigerator, clothes, glory to God, that's amazing. That's a wonderful thing that you're able to do those things. But we all have something that we were put here to do even greater than that. All right, I know you take care of your family. I know you love your family. I know you take care of yourself. All right, I know you love yourself. All right, I know you love your friends. You probably help them out too sometimes. Probably a great person. But what you're here to do is greater than all of that. The purpose why you were put here is better than anything in this world, because it allows you to take care of everything. All right, the reason why you're here is going to allow you to be whatever you want to be and more. You think you love your family, it's going to allow you more time with your family. You like spending time with your friends, if you have some, it's going to allow you to spend more time with your friends. Your purpose is the main reason why you're here. All right, even if things aren't looking too good for you right now, even if things aren't looking too bright, too positive, all right, you may not know how things are going to work out. You may not know how you're going to pay rent or pay for food or pay for this or pay for that. Don't worry about those things. Keep working at what you were put here to do. You have to do what you were put here to do. Even though you have a job, you still have to do what you were put here to do. Otherwise, you're not going to be living your purpose. You're not going to be living your life as fully as you possibly could. And it's great to be able to go to work, take care of yourself, and take care of your responsibilities, pay mortgages, pay bills, house note, car note, all those things. But your purpose is greater than all of that. Your purpose is bigger than all of that. You're not just here to pay bills and die. You're not just here to work until you croak. All right? You're here for a greater reason, and you're here for a greater purpose. You're here to be great. You're here to do something amazing. You're here to do something that's going to leave a mark behind you. All right? God gave us all each something to do, to be good at, to be great at. And that's what you are supposed to be focusing on. As long as you are doing what you were put here to do, everything's going to work out for you, because you're going to be on divine timing. You're going to be on God's timing. Even if things may seem like they won't work out, they will, because you're doing what you are supposed to do. You're doing what you were put here to do. What you were put here to do is what God requires you to do. That's why you feel that, or some people feel and even know that if they don't do it, they're going to keep coming back until they get it done. You have to do what you were put here to do. If you don't, you're going to end up regretting it when it's your time to go. You're going to feel like something's missing. You're going to feel like there's something more you could have done with your life. Your purpose is staring you right in the face. You're supposed to be writing that book. You're supposed to be writing those poems, making those songs, making those beats, making that music, all right? Writing that play, directing that movie, writing the script for that movie, making those clothes, designing those shoes, starting that business. You're supposed to be doing that. You're supposed to be taking those ideas that when you got it, you believed in it and you just sat on it and didn't do anything with it. That idea that you got, that's what God blessed you with to change your life. You're supposed to be doing something with the ideas that you get. Why do you think they show a light bulb when a person gets an idea? Because that's your mind turning on. When you get ideas, you feel good. Your mind turns on. And then you float back down to the physical part of your mind and all the doubt starts to come in. I don't know if I can do that. I don't think this is your mind starts to tell you all these things because the mind doesn't want to work hard. Your spirit knows that these things can happen. You have to feel deep within your soul that you know that these things can happen. Your mind is your spirit has to govern your mind because your mind is also in a certain way governed by your spirit. But you have to allow your spirit to control your mind. If your mind thinks that you can't do it, or your mind thinks it's too much work, or your mind thinks it can't happen, how do you feel about that within your spirit? Because your spirit is connected to God. Your spirit is connected to the source that nothing can't do. All right. And you have that source within you. And this is what makes it simple, but you have to cut through all the non-believing. You have to cut through all the negative thoughts and the beating yourself down and the thinking that things are impossible. Your thinking is what's causing you to put distance between you and your purpose. Your thinking is what's causing you to put things down and not pick them up. Even if you're not good at it, still do it. Suck at it until you become better at it. You have to, even if you're bad at something, you have to do it until you get great at it, until you get good at it. That's the only way you're going to get good at something. If you choose not to do something because you're bad at it, you're cutting off your ability to grow. Because wherever you start is where you're going to be at. That's where your level of skill is going to stay. If you suck and you don't do it because you suck, your skill is going to stay at a sucky level. You're not going to be able to raise your skill to where it needs to be. So even if you're not good at it, I'm asking you and telling you and demanding of you to do it today. I demand you to do it today. I demand you to take charge in your life today. Do something that you know you should be doing. Do something that is in alignment with your purpose. You deserve the life that you know you're worthy of. And as a child of God, you deserve the best. You deserve to live the life that you want. And God gives us a skill. He gives us a purpose. He gives us something to do, something that we can perform. And once we do that, we start to go within and seek the kingdom of heaven. And when you seek the kingdom of heaven, all things will be added unto you. When you work on your craft, you're going within. When you are doing something that you're not good at, but you do it anyway because you believe you can, you're going within. You're seeking the kingdom of heaven. Seek ye first the kingdom of heaven, and all these things shall be added unto you. You're going to have things added unto you just by believing in yourself. You're going to have skill added unto you. All right. You're going to have patience added unto you. You're going to have a joy added unto you. We're not just talking about materials, even though that's a part of it. All right. That's a part of it. You reap what you sow. All right, you shall bear your fruit in your due season. All right, you were made to be rich. All right, that God knows about your poverty, but he knows that he says that I know about your poverty, but thou art rich. You're rich. You have to know that within your mind that it's something that I'm good at. It's something that I can do that will create wealth for me. I don't have to struggle. I don't have to keep doing something that I hate every day. I don't have to keep having a life that's miserable. I can have a life that I enjoy. God put me here to struggle to have a life that I can enjoy. The struggle is supposed to be leading you to something better. It's not supposed to be a continuous struggle. You may have to struggle, but you weren't put here to do that. The farmer struggles. He plows the land, he lays the seeds, he lives off the sweat of his brow, and then what's he do? He reaps his fruit in his due season. He doesn't just keep struggling and then nothing comes from it, especially not something that he wants. No one will be a farmer if that's the case. If you had to dig and work and plow and plant seeds and you ain't getting nothing from it, would nobody be doing that? I'm just going to keep digging and plowing and planting seeds for no reason. Your purpose is staring you right in the face. You know what you're supposed to be doing. It's just that your mind is telling you that you can't do it, and you have to get control of that. You have to get in control of those thoughts that are telling you, oh, I'm tired. Oh, I can't do it. Oh, I'm not good enough. I suck, so why even bother? I'm not good at that. Why start? Oh, I could never do that. I'd never be as good as them. They like people are successful because they show you people's end. And unfortunately, that's all you see. You're not going to see the person working in the basement 7 days a week. You're not going to see the person going to the gym 5 a.m. every morning before they go to work 5 days, 6 days, however many days, 3 days, however many days out the week. You're not going to see the person making positive health choices to where now they could lose that weight. You're not going to see the weight slowly falling off the person. Things are going to take time. You end up seeing the end result and you end up becoming discouraged by the end result. People have worked up until a certain point to get as good as they are. Nobody just there are certain people who pick things up and they're immediately good at it, but that's a blessing. That person is blessed. Our God extremely blesses those people. And usually sometimes those people you'll see that they're in real bad, piss poor situations to where that's all they had. They had to be good because it was something that they had to escape. It's something that they had to get away from. And God allowed them to be that great. As soon as they were able to do something, he allowed them to have this genius because it's just how he chose them to be whatever they are to be. All right. That's between God and them. But that shows you still, you know what? I can pull that out of me some way, somehow. That's not that person's fault that they can pick up something and immediately be great at it. There are those oddities, there are those rarities where people pick something up and they're immediately good at it. But I guarantee you'll have a smidget of that if you pick it up and start now, and you'll be able to work towards becoming that good. That is just a sign from God that I can work to a certain point and become that good, and you might even be able to become greater. You might even be able to become greater. All that is God uses people like that to motivate people and to make people know that, hey, if I keep trying, if I keep working towards it, I can do it. That's all that is. Those people are there as a sign and a wonder from God to motivate the rest of us. You may have to try. You may be one of the people who have to try, but you're going to enjoy it that much better when you figure it out, when you learn how to do it. That person's not going to know anything about that. All they're going to know is that, hey, I'm great at this. You're going to enjoy it that much better. You're going to enjoy it better than them. You're going to appreciate it better than them. They may be good at it, but they may not have the appreciation for it. They may be extremely great at it, but they don't know what it feels to have to fight tooth and nail and keep working and believe in themselves and all the things that you're going to acquire because you didn't choose to give up. That person's not going to know anything about that. And it doesn't take anything away from you, and it doesn't take anything away from them. It's just the dynamic and the polarity between those two situations. There are certain people who do that, and if you're not one of those people, that means you just have to learn. That means you just have to try. That means you have to keep going at it and keep doing it. But God uses people like that to motivate the rest of us. All right, it's a judgment. It's just a judgment. It's like you have to be able to base your success off of something or off of someone. Otherwise, you wouldn't know what level you could take it to. Otherwise, you wouldn't know what level to reach. Some people, we all hit the lottery with God, but some people, they're really skilled. They're really great. And that doesn't take anything from you. And don't let it take anything from you. Let it put something in you. Let it put the idea in you that, I need to get to work. I can beat them, and it's not like you're going against them. It's just a mental thing. It's like, I could beat this person in my mind. I could become better than this person in my mind. Your purpose is staring you right in the face. You need to start today. You need to just do it. You need to just do it. Stop wasting time. Your mind is in the way and the negative thoughts are holding you back. You have to control your mind and reverse your thinking and tell yourself whatever you feel you can't do, I'm going to be able to do it anyway. That's all people are have to do. It takes work. It takes work to take control of your mind. You have to want to do it. You have to want to take control of your mind. You have to want to reprogram your mind. It's work. He who tills his land shall have plenty of bread. Tilling your land, just like that farmer reference I made earlier in this video. When you work on your mind and you reverse your thinking and you tell yourself that you can think the thoughts that you want that can get you what you want out of life, you're working on your mind just like a farmer is working out in his field. And when the Bible talks about a field, it's talking about the mind. The whole Bible is about you. Everything in the book, everyone in the book is you. It's all about you. It's all about you. You're supposed to be believing in yourself the way Jesus believed in himself. Jesus made anything happen, everything happen. You can make anything happen and everything happen, and you should be making anything happen and everything happen. We're supposed to be seeing the Jesus in us, and we're supposed to be allowing Jesus to be our superhero, and we're supposed to be tapping into that Jesus energy. Jesus can make it happen. I can make it happen just like that. I am Jesus. You're not supposed to be looking out for something outside of yourself. I am Jesus. And when you don't think that you're Jesus, you're not going to think that you can do it. When you don't think that you're Jesus, your negative thoughts are going to overpower you. When you don't think you're Jesus, you're going to be the devil. If you don't think you're Jesus, you're not going to be any good. Well, I'm not Jesus. I don't want to disrespect the Lord. And I don't want to. No. You are disrespecting the Lord by not thinking you're Jesus. I am Jesus. You're supposed to be thinking that. That's going to allow you to do the impossible. That's going to allow you to work on your purpose even though you don't think it can be done. It's going to allow you to think it can be done. It's going to allow you to kill those negative thoughts that are stealing your time from you, stealing your joy from you, stealing your life from you, making you think that you can't do what you were put here to do. What kind of ridiculousness is that? What kind of foolishness is that? That you was put here to do something. Everybody's put here to do something. You know that you were put here to do something, and you're gonna let the negative thoughts, the devil in you take over instead of the God in you, the Jesus in you. You're supposed to be Jesus. All right, you're supposed to be thinking that you are Jesus. You're supposed to be telling yourself that I am Jesus. It's not for vanity. All right, it's for strength. It's for your purpose. It's for your mind. It's for your health. Jesus could heal people. It's for your health. It's for your mind. It's for your strength. It's for your peace. It's for your positivity. It's for your life. It's to help you make better of yourself. All right, if people were thinking that they were Jesus, they wouldn't be having a negative outlook on life and feeling bad about themselves. They have a better idea about who they were every day. You tell yourself you're Jesus, you're not going to be telling yourself anything that's not in correlation to that. I guarantee that much. You tell yourself, I am Jesus, you're going to feel powerful and strong and not weak and not weak-minded. You tell yourself, I am Jesus, it's going to be things that you do and get done that you'll never imagine. Those things that you think you can do, but it's something in you that's telling you can't, that's because you're not telling yourself you're Jesus. You tell yourself, I am Jesus, the thoughts that come in and, well, you can't do that. You're going to know that that's the devil. Just like the devil approached Jesus when he was fasting for 40 days and 40 nights. That's the same devil that approaches you when you're not telling yourself, I am Jesus and I can do things and I can make my life what I want it to be. That's the same devil. That's the whole Bible's about you. You got everything in you from Jesus to the devil. And you're gonna believe that you are Jesus, or you're gonna believe the devil when those negative thoughts come in your mind. It's polarity, as above, so below. All right, you have a good side, you have a bad side. Which side you want to operate on? You don't believe the negative thoughts. All right, that is the side of you, that's the side of your brain that doesn't want to do nothing. The brain is lazy. You have to control your brain and you make it what you want it to do. Just like your muscles, just like when you about to go to the gym and your muscles are sore and you don't think you can go work out, and you start working out, you start stretching, you start moving, you're like, oh, I feel all right. I don't feel as bad as I thought. It's the same thing. You think you can't do something, but you believe that, yo, I am Jesus, I could do this. You start doing it. It's not as hard as you thought. It's not as hard as it seemed. The difficulty of what you're trying to do is putting the space between you and getting it done. Live in the end and see things as already done. See yourself as already achieving these things. See yourself as already great. See yourself as the one who already accomplished it. That way you're giving yourself an end goal. Just like when you make Jesus your superhero and you tell yourself, I am Jesus, you're giving yourself an end goal. You're giving yourself something to look up to. And people are just trying to create something off a empty template. You don't just paint the canvas with nothing in mind. You don't just you can't write the vision and make it plain with no vision in mind. God told Moses to build he said build, what did he say? God told Moses to build it according to the pattern of the mount. And when you have to build your life according to the pattern of the mount. If there was no pattern, Moses wouldn't have anything to build he wouldn't have anything to build it to build it accordingly to. I tried to say that the best I could, all right, but he wouldn't have anything according to his mind to build it. All right, I think that's the proper way to say it. All right. But you have to build it according to the pattern on the mount. If there's no pattern, how are you going to build it? Accordingly. There we go. Third time's a charm, baby. Look at God. All right, you're not going to have anything to be able to build it. You have to have a template. You have to have a start. You have to have a superhero in mind. And what superhero greater than Jesus Christ? All right, CEO, I am Jesus. I am God. All right, that's why you tell yourself these things. I am Christ consciousness. Let this mind be in you that was also in Christ Jesus. If you have his mind in you, you're going to take on his spirit. And you're going to be welcoming the Holy Spirit into your life. These are facets of you. All right? These are facets of you. These are ways for you to think. These are things you need to be calling out of yourself. These are things you need to be aware of about yourself. So that way you could get things done and you can have the right belief in yourself. People will believe in Jesus, but won't believe in themselves. Oh, Jesus was great. People will tell you about Jesus. He could do this and he could, what can you do? He walked on water. What can you do? That's a representation of anything is possible. Somebody walks on water. You think it's anything that they can do? No. Somebody walks on water, heals the sick, multiplies loaves of bread just by lifting it up and talking to God real quick. And that's why you're not supposed to have little faith. You're supposed to have the faith of a giant. All right, your faith is supposed to be as big as a mountain. And when they talk about in the Bible moving mountains, that means anything is possible. That means achieving the impossible. That means doing things that you think you can't do. You need to think that you can do it. Your purpose is staring you right in the face. Stop thinking that because you've never done it before. Stop thinking because there are people who are more advanced, more skilled, possibly even better than you, that you can't make it happen when you can. It's all about how you use your mind, what you tell your mind, what you put in your mind, what you tell yourself, you are. Those are going to get your mind on track and get you into the frame of mind that you're supposed to be in to get things done. You don't lack anything. All right. You do not lack anything. God has nothing else to give you except the blessing for your hard work and dedication. That's all. That's all he got to give you is the blessing for your hard work and dedication. He gave you everything. There's nothing else that you need to be praying for except the things that you're trying to get or the life that you see yourself having. And you're already supposed to see yourself having those things. But believe, what do you say? Believe that you have these things and you will receive it. People want certain things from God. We want things from God, but we don't use our mind. We have to use our mind. You can't get away from using your mind. All right, you cannot get away from using your mind. I'm not telling you anything to keep you clueless and just to have you keep coming back and waiting on somebody. The person, the person that you're waiting on, you staring at him every morning when you wake up and get out of bed in the mirror. That's who you waiting on you. God's waiting on you. The angels are waiting on you. The whole universe is waiting on you. It's time for you to do something. You want God to do something for you, do something for yourself. And then he'll be, seek ye first the kingdom of heaven, and all these things shall be added unto you. It's time for you to get started. It's time for you to get moving. It's time for you to just do it. So get it done today. Stop wasting time. Don't waste any more time. You already waited long enough. And you are the person that you are, what you seek. I'd like to thank you for watching this video. Smash that like button. Smash that share button. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. We out.